Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be discussing FNGU, ticker symbol FNGU, which is a 3 times leverage ETN that tracks some of the major tech companies in the market. And in case you forgot, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. You should always do your own research before investing in a stock. Also, if you find value in today's video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So guys, let's go ahead and get right on into it. So first of all, guys, what is an ETN? An ETN is an exchange traded note. So an exchange traded note is a senior unsecured, unsubordinated debt security issued by an underwriting bank. Similar to other debt securities, ETNs have a maturity date and are backed only by the credit of the issuer. ETNs are designed to provide investors access to the returns of various market benchmarks. So basically, guys, in a nutshell, is this is kind of similar to an ETF in a sense of all the companies that are involved in the it's basically made up of like a lot of different companies, right? It's not just investing in one stock. It's an opportunity for you to get a piece of a lot of different companies, okay? And as they perform well, then the ETN or it will start moving up as well. And also if it starts all these stocks perform bad, then it'll start going down. But the chances of that happening, if all of them go down, um, is a lot less likely than if you just own one of them, right? And being that this is a 3x leverage ETN, then it's a lot more volatile than your traditional ETF. So if these stocks really do well, then what they try to do is get you 3 times basically what these stocks are doing in the market. So here are some of the holdings that are in FNGUs. You see Twitter, Tesla, Apple, Facebook, Google, Alibaba, Netflix, Amazon, BIDU, and then Nvidia Corporation. All of these stocks, guys, have done extremely well. And just as and you can just look at Tesla. I mean, Tesla is an absolute beast, and Nvidia as well has done extremely well since last year. And it's basically a way of, like I said, getting a piece of all of these companies rolled into one. And, because all of these companies, for the most part, have really, really expensive share prices. So this is a way to kind of get your foot in the door on every single one of them and get smaller pieces. So you can see the percentage um, of, of of each of the companies that are in the ETN. It's roughly, you can see probably on average about 10% each, which is really, really good. And like I said, this is a 3x leverage ETN. So basically, if whatever these companies do, the ETN tries to get you 3 times what those companies are doing. So if they have a really good day in the market, you can see a pretty significant raise, in your share price for this ETN. But vice versa, if they all have a dip in the market, then you can see that your stock go down pretty significant. But the upside for these are pretty well. I mean, this is all tech driven, which is the big thing now. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about what happened with this particular ETN and kind of give you some insight on should you buy it or should you kind of sit back on the sideline and wait for another time. Okay, guys, so let's look at the charts on ticker symbol FNGU. As you can see, it started off actually at, um, it looks like $7.11, but it actually started off at about $70. And I'll explain why I'm telling you that and why the number is so low compared to what it actually started off at. So recently, this stock did a stock split, and it was a 10-for-1 split, meaning for every one share that you had in FNGU, you would add an additional 10 to your portfolio. So if I had, you know, 10 shares and, on Friday it did a stock split, so you can multiply that by 10. Now all of a sudden I have 100 shares, okay? So basically whatever price that you're looking at right here on the charts, multiply that by 10, and that's actually going to show you what the value of this stock was just a couple of days ago. Okay, and actually, on Friday, you could have seen that the stock chart actually looked like the stock crashed like 90 something percent. And realistically, all it was the stock chart hadn't updated yet on and hadn't taken account into the stock split. So what does that mean for people who are actually holding this particular stock? Okay, and what does it mean for people who was not holding this particular um, play? So basically, if you were holding this ETN, your value is going to stay the same. Okay, so for example, if I held 100 shares of FNGU, and like I said, a couple of minutes ago, basically whatever price you see right here, you multiply that by 10 because whenever they do a stock split like this, it basically dilutes it by 10. Okay, so this 46.49 that you see the high of here, if you multiply that by 10, the stock price was actually $460 and some change. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing um, with the stock price and the shares that you hold. So if I hold 100 shares and then we do a 10-for-1 split, I can multiply my shares by 10. Now I own 1,000 shares. Okay, so let me show you how the value actually stays the same for this. So if I owned 100 shares of FNGU and the price was $420, then my value of this particular ETN is $42,000. Okay, great. Well, if I have 100 shares and then they multiply it by 10, okay, then I have 1,000 shares. Okay, great. I have 1,000 more shares. Well, what happened was the share price got diluted, and then instead of $420, it got diluted down to $42, which still equals $42,000. Okay, so it doesn't do anything to the current ETN holders as far as their value. All it did actually, it gives them more shares, but it dilutes the price of their price per share. Okay. Now, what's the good thing about this is it gives people an opportunity to get back into this ETN who couldn't afford it. So if someone looks at this price and it's like, man, $420, that's way too expensive. Well, $42 looks a lot more attractive than 420, right? So basically, it gives people the opportunity to get in and take advantage of this ETN. So I actually bought some of these. I bought some shares on Friday, and I didn't buy a whole lot because it may, who knows, it may come down. And I can buy some more. But those companies that are in the ETN, I feel really confident about, and they've done nothing but go up and have been on an upward trajectory since March of last year. So the way that everything is moving to tech, I don't see anything changing unless we have some significant, huge catalyst in the market to make it fall down again. But I see that these companies are going to continue to go up, which means this ETN should continue to go up as well. Okay, so should you treat this ETN any different than a normal stock when you're going to buy in or to sell? Well, no, actually, because you can read the charts the exact same. So if you're looking to get in, then you can see here that it's actually overvalued, right? So it could push higher a little bit and then come back down. So we're due for a pullback. So if you're considering getting into this play, and um, I would maybe wait, possibly wait Monday, Tuesday, could see a slight pullback before moving back to the upside. So your support's going to be 37.20, your resistance going to be 46.49. Okay, so key thing on these type of stocks, just be patient and just kind of wait it out. So this is the 10-for-1 stock split happens a lot on different companies. Tesla did a stock split a couple of months ago and, diluted the share price, but you can see what happened. It went right back to, uh, basically close to what it was trading at. It got to like almost I think it actually got to $2,000 before the stock split. dropped it back down, and now we're close to $1,000 again. So my thesis on this is it's going to do the same thing. So it was trading at, over $400 at one point. So in my opinion, I can see it getting back to that, and at least for a short term, get back to $100, so I can possibly, double my money off of this ETN. It'll just take a little bit of time. It won't happen in one day. So anyway, I hope this provided some insight on what an ETN was and gave you an idea of the benefits of buying this particular ETN. Like I said, it's a lot of the strong tech companies in the market are attached to this ETN, and it's 3x leverage, meaning whatever they do, they try to get you 3 times those percentage gains. So if you're new to the channel and you like our content, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can let you know every time we release a new video. So other than that, guys, we'll catch you tomorrow in our stock pick videos. Take care.